Good afternoon, folks. Took a little trip somewhere different today. Came down to McConnell's Mill State Park. See how many colors are left along the mill. Still kind of green in places, but that's mostly because it's pine. But a lot of the deciduous trees have lost their leaves at this point. But it was a nice day. There's a few people here. Not as many as I expected, though, for as nice as it is. So I took some video of the falls. I'm going to take some other video on the way out. Go check out a couple places that I don't normally go, and we'll see what happens. So we'll talk. This is the road out of the mill. It's kind of funny, there are signs on the other section of the road that say road narrows. It's like, you know, it's not narrow enough now. So we're going to go up and check out a couple other areas of the park and see if there's anything there that's of interest. There's a couple other paths that I've never walked back that are supposed to go to neat places, but I have to see how far the walk is, how rugged it is. A bunch of kayakers came in while I was there. There's another set I see down here on the rapids right now coming in. Really neat place. All these lovely craggy rocks and stuff. Reminds me a lot of Nelson Ledges State Park over in Ohio. There's all kinds of formations like this there that you can walk through and climb around and all that good fun stuff. Road gets any more narrow, there won't be a road. You'll have to crawl out. Oh, I feel like I'm in a corn maze or something made of stone. It's always pretty coming down in here, between the rock formations and the trees and the rapids and the water. Even if you don't go in the mill, it's pretty neat. I took a little ride down one of the older roads that leads to a couple of bridges that you can walk to. They're no longer safe for vehicles to travel, so there's just a little parking lot you can walk out. One of them, I thought there was a fairly nice sized waterfall that you could see. This one, there's some water falling, but I don't know if I can get down to see it with the trail the way it is. We'll see what we can do here. But it's over a nice little gorge. There's a small waterfall down here. So I'm going to take a walk around, see what I can see. I'll let you know if I find anything. So for those of you who are avid climbers, there is another falls down over the hill, but this man and his old back aren't going to make it. So there's a path right along the hillside out here that you can see people have gone down. I'd probably make it down, but I don't think I'd make it back up. So I'm not going to risk it at this point in time. I'm just going to go ahead and go see what else I can see. I've never stopped down here. I got backwards one day on the bike and found this little lot, but I didn't get off to see what was around. Well, it's a pretty little place, so let's go see what else we can find. I continue to follow the road down over the hill. Last time I was down here I thought it was blocked off, but figured somebody would yell at me if they needed to. There's all kinds of other cars down here, so I guess it's not foreign territory. But we can look upstream towards the mill from here. I imagine the kayakers that I saw earlier are probably past at this point, if they came down this far. I'm not sure where this road used to go, but it's been a long time since anybody's gone out the far end, which is out that way. It's blocked off. And I know they have emergency vehicle access down here for people who get swept off in the rapids. And here's the downstream side. Wish there were more leaves on. There's still a little bit of color here, but most of the leaves have come off at this point. The millstone up here in the woods, I'm going to go take a look at and see what it is. Well, here's the old millstone. There's no markings on it, just a direction sign down to Hell's Run and Walnut Flats. That's just a stone. It looks like it was set up as a marker for something at one point. Up in here behind the sign is an old set of what looks like stairs, and the hillside's dug out like there might have been a foundation there at one point in time. So I don't know, but pretty interesting place. Let's see what we can find elsewhere in the park. So here we are at Clellan's Rock Scenic Vista. There's the Scenic Vista, and here is Clellan's Rock. It's a rock. It's actually a really nice view. And as typical, everybody has to leave their mark. And somebody caused trouble for themselves. So I'm going to take a picture out over the view here for a second. Talk to you later. I'm not sure where this road goes, but it's a pretty drive, and it's really twisty. So it runs along a little creek here. One cut lane. Yeah, it looks like they cut it once and that was about it. Yeah, I'll go up here and see where it goes. I'm gonna run out of light before too long. Oop. I thought I'd take a little video of the twisty turny that I'm on here. Pretty interesting. Supposedly still a state park. I pulled off at a pull-off that had the state park sign and the rules and regulations on it just a minute ago. So evidently we're still in the park, which this road reminds me a lot of a state park road because it's basically one lane and it just zigzags however the hillside zigzags. Yeah, we're coming out to the top here. We'll see what we see when we get up here. Tell you what, there's some fancy houses back in here. you wanted peace and quiet, this is a place to live. Okay, time to see where we're at. So that pretty much ends our day. I covered about as much of McConnell's Mills Park as I have ever covered. I didn't realize it was quite that far. There were some kayaks, I was hoping to catch them as they came downriver, but they had either gone down before I got there, or I think they hadn't come down yet because there were several vehicles with kayak racks on them there. So I'm going to call it a night. I stopped here in Newcastle for a few minutes, debating whether to eat dinner before I head up home, or head up home and then eat dinner. But we'll call it a night and catch you on the next one. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell because you want to know whenever I post a video, because I don't post regularly at this time. So we'll see you next time.